Hey guys, what's up? It's Andy here, back at you with another video. And today I'm going to be telling you how to dropship on Takealot. Essentially, you can't. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but I get asked so many times in a day how to dropship on Takealot and can you dropship or can you do this? And I've thought about it quite a lot. And to be honest, I can't see a way of you guys pulling it off successfully. There may be some very scarce chances that you could pull it off, which I'll kind of explain to you guys if you really want to give it a try. But as far as I can see, it's not possible. And let me tell you why. So when you want to sell on Takealot, essentially you have to either have it at Takealot's warehouse, or you have to have it at your own warehouse, and then you get the order, and then you send it to Takealot and then Takealot sends it to the customer. There is a third option, which is called drop shipping by Takealot, which allows a supplier to, when they get an order on Takealot's website, instead of you sending it to Takealot, you send it straight to the customer. But the condition of that isn't drop shipping. It means it's kind of, but you have to have all the Takealot branding and boxes, all of the Takealot labels. You still get, you have to use the Takealot like delivery network, and you have to have sizing guides so you know which size boxes to use for which size products. And there's a whole bunch of T's and C's, and there's a buy-in for the stationery and the tape you have to use and how you seal the boxes. That's a possibility, I guess, for some sellers. I know at one stage when I looked, it was like a minimum stationary order of 10,000 Rand. So that's maybe why there's so many people trying to figure out how to dropship with Takealot, because they have that system in place. And yeah, that could be very confusing, thinking like the conventional dropshipping where you have a supplier maybe overseas or a supplier locally, you have your own website, you get it, and then they send it. It doesn't quite work the same. So you have to either have the product at Takealot, or you have to have the product in your own hands. When they get the order, you send it to Takealot, and Takealot sends it to the customer. But now you could essentially have your supplier send it to you very quickly, and then you send it. But then you have like maybe a day or two to get it to Takealot. So they say 5 days, so you have the 5 working days. But let's say you have to wait for the supplier to send it to you, and then for you to send it to Takealot, then that's going to eat away at those days. And like if you're sending it from Cape Town to Joburg, unless you're like air freight or overnight delivery, it's going to take a little bit of time to get there. Vice versa, Joburg back down to Cape Town. Now I was thinking, so maybe you have a supplier in Joburg and a supplier in Cape Town, and then they can both send to the DC or to a partner near each DC in the right amount of time. And then that partner would pack it for Takealot, and then because they're in proximity, they can probably deliver that day. There's no sort of transit time lost in like one of the steps. I still don't. You would have to have like a really good partner there at each DC, and then you'd have to have each supplier definitely having access to be able to send it to, like if you get an order in Cape Town and the supplier in Joburg doesn't have it, then it kind of messes the whole thing up. So I don't really see how that's possible either. And also when you're drop shipping with Takealot, or trying to drop ship with Takealot, it's not going to, they're going to tell you, okay, the orders come to either Cape Town or Joburg, wherever the customer bought it from. So if you now in Cape Town and you think, okay, I'm just going to sell stuff that's for sale at Macro, sell it on Takealot. Then when I get an order, I'm just going to go to Macro, pick it up, sell it on Takealot. Which I mean, like theoretically, that would be a pretty cool idea, especially if it's like high value items and it's like TVs or something like that. But yeah, that's just probably not going to work, because you're going to have to then quickly get it, but then you might get an order in Joburg, and then the whole system falls to pieces. Also, you're relying on knowing the stock levels from your suppliers. That's probably not going to be very accurate. And also, it's not like on Takealot isn't like the same as drop shipping on your own website. If you make a whoopsie, you can just call your customer and be like, sorry, I made a mistake. It's not available at the moment. Please forgive me. Let me send you this instead, or let me do this. Takealot, you're just like, you're late. They cancel the order. You get you get penalized. And then that means you are probably going to get suspended, especially if you're just starting off. You're allowed like 1% cancelled orders out of all of them. So yeah, that also adds to the risk. Overall, I don't think it's possible. I don't think you guys are going to figure it out. If you are doing it, do let me know, because it would be quite a cool experiment. Maybe in the future, if they allowed sellers to send it in their own packaging, like you sell it and then like it's not fulfilled by Takealot, it's fulfilled by seller, like directly. So I would use the courier guy, for instance, or something like that. Maybe then that would be a possibility, but until then, I don't think they're going to do that, because I mean that also opens up to a whole world of trouble in terms of returns and things like that. And like returns as well, guys, is not an easy thing to figure out, because now say you're drop shipping, then you get a return like 6 months later, and all of these things you need to factor in. Returns are so easy, and like a drop shipping site is kind of, it's like custom order feel to it, whereas like the returns are a bit more tricky. Or you could negotiate like, hey, how about you keep it? I give you some money back. On Takealot, it's just like all the money goes back to the final customer, and you don't win. So essentially, I don't think you're going to win. But if you want to sell the legit way, there is a link to a course I made below. It would be really cool if you guys check that out. Also, there's a little thanks button if this video was helpful. Maybe I saved you some time. You can click that and make any donations to the channel. Helps me keep making videos. Like and subscribe. That also helps them a ton. And I look forward to seeing you guys in another video.